Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today, the lovely Supra and all its dust. We're going to be working on the MOTEC E888 can expander unit. I've finally got some more wire, get some black. Got the green and white that I used for the CAN bus. I should have just got yellow and red, but it is what it is. I couldn't be bothered waiting. I'm very, very impatient. So, I'm going to use black and white. White will be positive, black will be negative, and green can just be if I need any more CAN bus for white and green. So, I need to run the length of the wire, these suckers, make some wire up, plug them in to the Deutsch connectors. These are, I think that's CPS 118, or a two-way Deutsch connector, bloody expensive. And I've got to run through the firewall down to where I'm going to position this little expander unit box. That'll give me my length, and then we can have the fun joy of figuring out where what wire plugs into what. So I'll get the wire out, get some lengths out, and put these connectors onto them, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, so they're all plugged into the Deutsch connectors, into the EGTs, yada yada yada, and look at that mess. I'm gonna have to individually number what one's for what one. As you can see, it get pretty confusing once I get it through the firewall, and then start looking at that. So you'll have to number what cylinder they're for, and kind of straighten these out, and also get some of this this sort of covering sheath stuff, just to protect them from any rubbing and all that. So I'll go get some of that if I can. It's a Saturday, so hopefully the shop's not shut, and we can start covering these up, and then we'll be able to run it through the firewall and then find our placement for the expander. Cool. Right a mess. Well, anyway, I went up and, well, the shop's shut, unfortunately, so I just got that harness I just made stretched out, see if it'll actually straighten up a little bit. You can start like that, but for now, this came yesterday, and no, it's not a bog one. This is the turbo. It's my precision turbo that I had rebuilt from ATP turbos in Melbourne. I'll tell you what, guys, they did an absolute excellent job. Just let me grab this out. Sorry I don't have 4 hands. I've definitely wrapped her up like a rocket. Let me undo all this stuff, and there she is, like brand new, apart from my grubby fingerprints. But she is, yep, like brand new. She's got a new seal kit, got everything on it. Awesome as. She's all cleaned up, ready to go. I have to wait until tomorrow to go pick up some of that sheathing, bloody protector sleeving stuff, so I can put the compressor cover on this sucker. And I'm still waiting for the T4 divided manifold turbo flange gasket anyway. So I can put the compressor cover on, I can put this turbo, just set it into a through housing here, and I can start seeing where all my lines are going to start running, and how much space I've got left against these EGTs. I might have to move them across a little bit. I think this is where I used to have the line for feed, possibly not, so I might have to change where it's got to sit. So we'll put that turbo on there, and we'll just see how our clearances go. Plus, I've noticed the clearance here is extremely tight, so I might have to rethink that one. Alright boys, just got it sitting there. I was right. This I had to take off to get the sucker on, but I did have it there. It goes around the back, comes back through. Yep, cool. Got to sit on there. And this has the T51R mod done to it. She's a ball bearing precision 76-75 with the GT42 style front H cover. It's pretty. Put your old bloody fist in there. But all that'll have to come off again once I get the gasket. It can finally be bolted on probably. I gotta get some proper nuts too. Probably some 12 pointers or something. But anyway, that's all I've got to do for today. We'll carry on tomorrow, and then Monday hopefully we should get the gasket for that sucker. I've got a multi-layered steel one coming. I do have a gasket upstairs, but it's only a single layer. I want a bit more. And also the bearing pack in this and the shaft actually turned purple, so it copped a fair bit of heat. And it is running a -10 return line, but I'm not sure if that -10 is sufficient enough to keep any oil from backing up into the turbo and cooking itself. So I might go out and get a -12 bung for the bottom and for the pan maybe, but I might just run the 10 for a little bit and see how it's going. But that's it for today. I shall see you tomorrow in the morning, possibly, maybe afternoon. But doesn't that look cool? Okay, new day guys. Well, and we got some sleeving. It's nothing flash, but it'll work. Got small stuff just to do the ends of these wires here, and then I'll get the bigger stuff to do the whole lot. Got this stretched out just to get the coil out of it, so it's a little bit easier. It's been sitting here overnight stretched out, so there shouldn't be much of a coil left in it. And straight as, no coil, cool as. Now I've got to take all this bloody electrical tape off it. But I'll lay this out the way I'm going to do it and get back to you. So this is what I've got so far, fellas. Nice and neat. Shrink wrapped it. Kind of looks professional, apart from a little bit of wire sticking out. Oops, my bad, but anyway. That's a lot better. So now I just got to figure out which one of these correlates to which one of these. I got them all wrapped up in pairs, so there's 6 there. So I just got to number them suckers to these suckers here, so I know which one I'm plugging into which, so I know which one's going to be cylinder 1, cylinder 2, cylinder 3, etc. I suppose aims test on the wire from here to down there to figure out which this one will be in this pack of wires. So I'll do that. Put some tape on these, number them, and this will probably get shorter, of course, but that actually doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad at all. And then I'm going to do the painstakingly part of putting this through the firewall put in this box where I want it, and then find out where what wire goes to what pin. Cool. Alright, they're all marked out for which ones are which. Simply, I just got a spare pin, throw it into one of the bottoms there, put me multimeter on test on ohms, and you grab one side here, put it on there, and grab the other side. So what was that? That's a 1. Find one here. There's one there. You stick it on that side. You get the beep. That'll tell you that end's connected to that one. Mark it out. Pretty simple. It's always good to have some spares. Now I've got to grab this harness and I've got to feed it through the firewall grommet. So I'm going to have to take this catch can out just so I can get a little bit of extra room, and yeah, thread it on through. Oh, I got them all sort of tucked in under there. They run through and around the engine. You can barely see them really. I've just got it poking through the grommet here. Fairly neat. You don't really see much of it unless you're really looking for them. But I got the lovely mess down here. That's the cable in there. That'll be shortened off to like there. So I'm going to take a fair bit of that off. Didn't really exactly need all of it. And look at all the mess in here. I'm going to need to make a plate up or something, just to mount all this crap. So, not exactly sure where I want to stick this expander box just as of yet. So maybe I mount it right up the top there or something. I'd really like to use the plastic shell that used to go over the factory ECU, but I'll figure it out. It might fit. It might fit down to the right here, somewhere down the corner. So I'll put enough cabling on it so I can move it to either side if I have to. I think it's a fairly flexible cable. Right. Yes, that's right. I'm going to shorten the sucker and work on the plugs that go to the expander box. So once I figure that one out, I'm gonna have to go through a few manuals. I think this one's a 32 plug and the other one's like a 16 or something. So I'm gonna have to get to studying and figure out where all these wires are supposed to go, and I've got to run some power to it as well. Okay, that's the next step. Okay guys, progress is happening. All the thermocouplers, the EGTs, are now plugged into the main, I think this is a 32 pin plug. That's done. I just got to get positive and negative for power, and the other plug will need a CAN bus to run onto the CAN bus trunk. And what else will that need? I think that's about it. I could put power onto it as well, but since I'm only using inputs, not outputs, I only need really one power, one positive and negative hooked up. That's it. Or if you're going to use the outputs of the E888 expander CAN unit, which you can, they're a PWM pulse width module or pulse wave, you'll have to use all the required battery power options. So every negative, every power, every positive hooked up, but I only need one, so that makes life easier. Yeah, but it's getting late tonight, so I'm going to carry on with this in the morning. Alright guys, new day, and it's a steamer, but I'm still working on this. I've spliced into 12 volt ignition for, I think this is the B plug, and I got the can low, can high coming out of it, and I've spliced the can onto the trunk right here. So that's the trunk, this long one. Spliced it onto there. Yeah, should be it. I put the power on this one just so if I you can see there's only a couple pins in it. If I want to take this harness out, this one here, it's free. So the EGTs will be free to be unhooked from the engine bay side, and I can pull them through if I ever need to, pull it out. If I had power wires there, then this would be hooked up to the main harness. That'll just make things a pain in the ass. So all I've got left to do now is plug the ECU back in and get the expander unit, plug it in, and then I've got to get the laptop and go into the sucker and open up some adjustments, open up the can line. Hopefully everything starts working. And I got 22G. I got the black wire here. The 22G Tesla wire. I think they might be just a tad too small. If I see any voltage drops, then I'll have to go to like a 20G or something like that. This white wire is 12 volt ignition power. This white wire now identifies itself as a red wire because I got no red. So yeah, I'll change that out at a later date when I get myself some red wire. I'm gonna plug all this stuff up and let's see if it doesn't fry anything. Alright, everything's plugged in. The expander, MOTEC, SparkTech, CDI ignition system. If it looks like a mess down there, that's because it is. I'll sort it out on a later date. But for now, I just need to see. If my CAN bus is still working since I just cut into it. And that nothing catches fire. Nope, everything seems okay down there. Nothing's I probably should check if anything's getting hot. Oh god. So nope, nothing's getting hot, so that's good. Yep. And let's see. Yeah, water temp, oil temp. Yep, all that's still working, so my CAN bus is still working. Cool as. I need 12.1 volts. Map sensor is still 950. It's off its head because everything is in metric. Oh, imperial at the moment. It wants to find a kPa signal. It's converting kPa, well, to PSI, but I've got it in PSI, so it's converting that and making it stupid. So it needs retuning. Okay. Nothing's on fire. Nothing's getting hot. CAN bus is still working. Now I can go get my laptop, plug it in, and hopefully that works. And make some adjustments to the tables or activate things that makes this crap work. Give me a sec. Okay, I got the CAN reader plugged into my crappy little computer, crappy little laptop. I'll open this up and just see if CAN is actually, yep, CAN is connected. Cool as. Let's see now. Just open it up, see if it's going to read. Cool, we're still reading. I gotta go to inputs, wherever the hell that is. Inputs, and I need to go to communications, so let me find that. Do a little bit of studying. This is my first time doing any of this. Okay, I think I got it. So this wouldn't be too much different to hooking up that that digital dash from so you'd go adjust, go down to general setup, communications, and CAN setup. Now this is where my CAN 0 data I got down as 1, so that's for the dash. Now I want to go to CAN 1 data, which is 0, so it's off. And there it is, E888 or EA16 receive. So I want to change that to a 2. And that should be, the ECU needs to be restarted. Okay. We'll go have a look at sensor setup, input setup, EGTs. See, I've got to do all the calibrations yet. Okay, I'm in input pin setup. So input setup, so exhaust temp number 2, input source, so 82, and the calibration will be a temp C E888 thermocouple. Okay, and then we'll just keep doing this for the whole lot. Next one will be 3, and last one should be is 6. Okay, 6 EGTs. Okay, sending ECU data. Changes have been made to the ECU. Requires the ECU to restart automatically. Okay, go up to sensors, see if they've showed up, and there we are. We have EGT 1, 2, 3. They're doing shit. EGT 5 and 6 are 0 for some reason. So I've got to sort that one out. Alright guys, I finally figured it out. It was my bad. I was locating the inputs to the wrong spot. So to set this up, you got to go over to adjust, go down to general, communications, CAN setup, and then right in here, my CAN 0 data, I've got that's for my dash. And then I've got down here CAN 1 data. I've put a 2 on that to say E888 receive. CAN address is 240 and transfer rate is 50. So that's, once you've put that in, then you can go over to your input pin setup, go to EGTs. Here I've got them already set up in here. We'll just go into one. What I was doing wrong, see, I've got this as EX8 A9 TC1. What I had wrong is I had it up at AT1. No, you don't put it at AT1. And then the calibration is E888 thermocouple with a C, or an F if you're in the States. And this will be automatically filled out down here. So I'm just going to cancel anyway because I've already done it. Press OK. It'll prompt you to restart the ECU, which it'll do it automatically. Then you can go over to your sensors here, and there we are. EGT1 3 to 6. It's about 35 degrees today, so they're all working sweet as. Everything's working. That's a complete mess down there, so I've got to do something with that, make it all neat and tidy and make a plate for it. But for now, I'm very, very happy with all my EGTs that are working. So, coolios. But anyway, get it all up. She's done. She's working. EGTs are on, working. Everything works. I got the turbo back. So I'm not going to put it on just as of yet. I've just got the gasket in for here. I've ordered some funk wrap and a turbo beanie. I'm not sure it's going to go with my catch can setup here because that's tight. I'm not going to get anything there. I'm going to have to find a different fitting. Hopefully next week we can get this thing put together. So actually I want to get this thing running next week. At least fire it up, see what happens. So anyway, that'll be it for this video on EGT setup. Hopefully I covered enough of what I didn't actually know what I was doing about. But it's working. So coolios, catch you later. Subscribe, like, share it. Enjoy your day. See you later, guys. Ta-da. Later, maters. Just get you one more view of this thing.